jumping into Doctor Who Classics. Ooh, I like that. It's been a while, but we are back, and I'm going to make sure, if this is a 6-parter, which I went back into my other reactions and read somebody wrote, if it's a 6-part, I'm going to do 2 right now, and then I know I'll do 2 before next week, and hopefully we'll see if I can get 2 more done early next week, and then maybe we'll get into season 13 of New Who, maybe. I'm ready to jump right into this. You guys know, I don't know what's wrong. You know, I've been all over the place. I got a bunch of new shows coming out. So I'm trying to make it all work. I'm trying to give you guys the content. The last 2 Doctor Who classic reactions were copywritten, thanks to BBC Studios and YouTube. They're a very good partnership. And right before I actually went to go film this, Doctor Who, I'll tell you right now because it's up here and it's nice and warm. Doctor Who season 12 episode 8 has now been copywritten as well, so it's going to be drastically shortened the time YouTube is done editing it the holy hell out. I don't know, I feel like YouTube definitely knows to just go after my Doctor Who classics. My Doctor Who TV show reactions. They're like, let's just put a robot on this. We'll definitely get these claimed. And once they're claimed, BBC Studios doesn't let go of the claims. They always try to copyright claim a lot of Apple TV shows as well, but Apple TV lets the claims go. But BBC Studios, as we already know, guys, it never, ever, ever lets things go. So if you would like to see this in a full reaction, you can, because this will be copyrighted claims, guys. Eventually, it will be shut the holy hell down by YouTube. Blame them, don't blame me. If you would like to see the full reaction, though, you can here on this platform. Like I already told you, we'll copyright claim all my shit, as well as my other platform, Patreon. So, guys, once again, if you would like to see this in a full reaction, okay, and you don't want it to be chopped and screwed, please join one of those platforms today. Once again, please, before we go any further, I promise you, I'm gonna stop begging now. But hit that like button, guys. Please share the video and don't forget to comment down below. Do you like this shirt? I designed it on my new store. The link is down below. Damn, there's a lot of information I'm throwing at y'all, and I know you guys clicked this to see a reaction. So without further ado, let's jump into Doctor Who and find out exactly what the Doctor has got to give.
We've landed on top of something.
Oh wow, so
yes.
It's dark. Strangers in space.
This says everything has stopped but the ship.
That's why we still appear to be moving.
Try the scanner, Doctor.
Let's try it again, Susan. No, I shan't be happy until I've solved this little mystery.
It's certainly different from when we started out with you.
You've all changed.
We have.
Yes.
So
Yes, it all starts quite a great spirited adventure, don't you think?
It has been.
Taking us back to prehistoric times, the Daleks.
Well, I had with that English king, Henry VIII. He threw a parson's nose at me.
Oh, what did you do?
Threw it back, of course. Open the door, Susan.
You checked everything, Doctor?
Yes.
Where are we now? Hello?
You were right, Barbara. We have landed in something.
It's a spaceship. There's been some kind of catastrophe here.
He's dead!
Dead.
Thank you, Ian.
Afraid she's the same. What can have happened?
Oh.
Grandfather, let's go back to the TARDIS.
Why?
I can sense something too.
You mean that whatever it was killed them could kill us?
Neither of them are working. These are the non-winding time.
Up to about 3 o'clock.
Yes, then suppose we say that they've only just stopped.
Grandfather, he's still warm. And they've only just died.
It doesn't make sense, does it? Come along, open the door, Susan.
Watch it coming alive.
What do you want? Yes?
Over there.
Where, there's
This?
What does she want? A toothbrush? Hi, guy. Nice heartbeat.
Place this against Carol's chest.
I'm sorry. Carol's dead.
Do as I ask. When you found us, we were in a very long sleep, but we weren't dead. My name is Maitland. This is Carol Richmond, my co-astronaut.
Tell me, is Big Ben still on time?
What's Big Ben?
You see, the whole lower half of England is called Central City now. There hasn't been a London for 400 years.
But there are so many things we want to know.
There's only danger here for you. You
Danger?
must go.
I learned not to meddle in other people's affairs years ago. There's not an ounce of curiosity in me, my dear boy. Tell me, why are you in danger?
Why are they laughing?
Out there is a planet we call the Sense Sphere. He's prevented us from
Sense
leaving this area of space. They not only control our craft, they have some influence over us as well. They won't let us leave this area of space, yet they don't attempt to kill us.
The Sensorites have put us into a deep sleep that gives the appearance of death.
The Sensorites may try to prevent you from leaving.
I can smell something burning.
You mustn't delay any longer.
I'm inclined to agree with him, Doctor.
Grandfather, couldn't we take them back with us?
We cannot leave this ship.
John?
Ian, there is something burning.
Yeah, you're
I think you're right.
You have additional crew, I take it.
Yes.
Goodbye, my friend. Bye-bye, my child. Come
You
along,
said bye to
Susan.
them 3 times, I think.
Gracious, they've taken the lock.
It's not so much the lock, it's the opening mechanism that does permanently lock.
Well, we've been most effectively shut out.
The Sensorites?
Who else?
The Sensorites! Get back! Get away!
Can't you control the ship?
I'm powerless. The Sensorites are stronger than I am.
Suicide, I tell you. Please go away.
Please go away.
At last. The ship is rolling about in its axis. Maitland! Deflection vanes!
There, the white panel, but it's useless.
19 miles to the nearest point of impact.
Closing fast!
No!
Heading straight for point of impact!
The altitude is still falling.
Forward! Thrust! Arm to off!
Couldn't I do it?
Well, my friend, you feeling better?
Yes, my head's much clearer.
I think these Sensorites have found a way to take control of your mind.
Our minds aren't open to
Yes, and you found a way to resist him. His power to resist was taken from him. Control, they can frighten, and yet they don't attempt to kill you.
We're glad when we eat. How's it coming along?
All right. Be ready in a minute. About water, Carol.
Oh, down there on the right.
Right, we'll find it.
Ah, he's the other member of your crew, isn't he?
Yes, our mineralogist. I'd rather not talk about it.
I suppose she meant the water was through this door. Let's try it.
That's funny.
Well, down here on the right, she said.
Is it close? Who is this guy?
We stay in here. Hey, this is bliss. Look where that water is.
Don't you see? John may be able to give us some valuable information.
You're both being rather secretive.
The door's been locked on the other side. Quickly, they're in danger. We must get in from the other end.
This way!
Oh, Ian, there's nothing we can do.
What is it? What's wrong?
No use, no use.
Are there Sensorites in there?
Oh, Susan has to scream.
We must find out about John.
We've been
What?
over this 100 times before.
Doctor and the others showed us we can resist them. We can.
Maybe so, but we mustn't go in there, Carol. It's too dangerous.
You're afraid for me, aren't you?
I know what John means to you.
I must see him. I must find out.
Maitland, you must get that door opened.
Yes, I'll have to cut round the lock.
What is it that you're both afraid of?
Right.
He and I were going to get married when we got back to the Earth.
Oh.
The Sensorites attacked him far more than Captain Maitland and me.
You mean they've taken over his mind?
Yes. He'll be frightened of strangers. He may become violent.
You're like my sister. Have you come to help me?
Are you one of the crew of the spaceship? Is he trying to say he's ill?
Yes.
We'll take care of you. What do you think happened to him, Barbara?
Where's the power come from?
Electromagnetics. We should be through the locks very soon.
Can't you go faster? Susan's in there.
It won't be long now. Listen, don't you hear it? I thought there was something else.
They must be nearer. That noise is caused by the machines which carry them through space.
But what about Barbara and Susan?
There's no time now.
How can we defend
We'll
ourselves?
find out soon enough. Look out there.
Yes, but they look miles away.
It won't take them long to get here.
They were here, remember? They took away the lock mechanism of my ship coming back with what orders? To take over our minds?
Do you hear that? This is coming from outside.
I'll protect you.
Yes. All right.
Anyway, we're not going to be destroyed. Had the Sensorites intended that, they would have done so long ago.
They just keep on playing this game of nerves.
Now remember, all of you, no violence unless the Sensorites start it first.
Let us our own intelligence be our own defense and attack!
I can sense them all around us now.
Doctor. Doctor.
Doctor.
Steady, Chesterton. The calmer you are, the stronger. Maitland! Maitland! Can you hear me?
That thing's still out there.
Don't ignore it. Maitland!
We must get the two girls out.
Good.
I'll protect you.
But our friends are out there.
All dead.
But we were just with them just a few minutes ago.
Inside here.
John, open the door.
No, don't force me. You can't.
Bring him to do something. I know they are.
Kill you. They're gonna
Going
kill
to harm
you.
us.
I'll have to use the cutter.
Oh, not again. How long will this take?
It's the only way.
Contain your emotions. Use self-control.
We're in the ship now.
What? How did they get here?
Through the loading bay. Sensorites have control over John's mind. They may force him to obey their orders.
Barbara! Susan!
Here's a key.
It's coming from outside. Must be Ian trying to get through.
Good job,
Give me your
Barbara.
hand.
We're not afraid.
I'm not afraid.
Quiet and peaceful here. There's no real danger.
They are my friends.
But we can't be sure the Sensorites won't make him help them. They can use their brains. Why can't we use ours?
Right.
But Grandfather and I landed on a planet once called Esto. If you stood in between two of the plants, they set up a sort of screeching noise. We both tried together. Well, anything's better than just sitting here. They're near us now. We both think of the same thing at the same time. We defy you, something like that? Yes, we defy you. All right. We must both concentrate very hard. Ready? Yes. 4.
It's jammed. I'll have to cut the whole section out.
Wait, I'll give you a hand.
Finally.
We must look after him. Let me see.
Are we sleeping peacefully now?
Yes, I wonder. Because you were strong-willed and without fear they didn't harm you.
Did you know his hair was almost white?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Why have the Sensorites done this? What do they want from us?
John muttered something just now before he passed out. The dreams of avarice would explain why he's had the worst of it from the Sensorites. John mumbling something about riches. I think he must have discovered something that the Sensorites wanted to keep secret. Kept all of you prisoners about their planet.
I
There we go.
Talking to them.
Yes, we must try.
Let's try.
Human creatures who are newly arrived seem to possess more intelligence.
They try to attack us with force. We are to summon our warriors.
I do remember he was beginning to take a reading of the minerals in the vicinity.
Oh, there's nothing much here. The ordinary collection of things. They represent the emission wavelengths.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, you come from nowhere and you seem to be going nowhere.
Oh, we're very dependent on the doctor. Isn't it a better thing to travel hopefully than arrive?
There must be a clue here somewhere. There must be.
Sphere is just an ordinary planet with a slightly bigger landmass than usual.
He became so excited, his mind opened up and broadcast it to the Sensorites.
Rich beyond the dreams of avarice. Yes. Molybdenum. It's here, in the graph. It's used as an alloy in steel, and in fact, this machine would be useless without it. Yes, that planet must be full of it. Full of it. It's a veritable gold mine.
Come on, Barbara. Let's find them. Find Maitland. Ask him how to lock these doors.
Ian.
Go on, don't worry about me.
Tell me, How do we lock the doors?
The sick member of the crew. Try him.
Well, he'll be in no condition to help.
Do as I say.
Show me how to lock the doors. The Sensorites are on the ship.
How else can I keep these creatures off?
Well, do you need to keep them off? Have they actually attacked you?
I think they were as frightened of me as I was of them.
And they're not very aggressive, are they? Bolt the door, John. Bolt it.
This is all very well, but I think we should try and contact them.
Sure, it's no coincidence that the Sensorites attacked you as soon as you've discovered molybdenum.
I'm sure they'll talk to you about it.
Susan, what is it?
The Sensorites want to know if it's all right for them to talk to you.
Are you saying that you're in
To
touch?
say you've made contact with them. Try to harm us, then I shall fight them.
There goes Susan.
Which one is the doctor?
The one with the white hair. None of you can ever again leave the area of the sense sphere.
Because of molybdenum. We are not interested in it.
The Earthmen have visited the sense sphere.
It caused us a fearful affliction. A special area has been prepared for you on the sense sphere.
You will do exactly as we tell you because you have no choice.
We have no intention of spending the rest of our lives with you.
What do you propose to do?
We intend taking you down to the sense sphere.
Since we've met you, we have no wish to harm you either.
Surely we've proved that we don't need help.
You have only proved that you can lock doors.
You've taken the lock of my ship and I want it returned immediately. And I promise you, I shall cause you more trouble than you bargained for.
We must decide what we shall do.
Oh God, don't walk away.
Decide.
I don't know.
So is there no way you can get into your own ship?
No, not unless they return what they stole. Did any of you notice the peculiarity in their eyes? The Sensorites' eyes are the exact opposite to that of a cat's.
The conclusion being that they would contract in darkness.
Exactly. And that is our best weapon. I very much doubt, my child, whether they can see in the semi-darkness. My dear Barbara, wouldn't you be afraid if you couldn't see your enemies? You for your admiration, dear boy. Thank you.
Well, I never said a word.
Telepathy.
Don't want to go.
My dear, what...
They're talking to her again. That's better. There's just one voice a long way away.
Well, what's the message, child?
But none of the others must be harmed. Grandfather, it was the only way. They knew I'd agree to go down with them to their planet. Otherwise, we'll all be killed.
Well, I like that. Okay, so the Sensorites, I just wanted to jump into the outro. The Sensorites kind of remind me of, the Oogs, or the, is that what they're called? Are they called the Oogs? Something like that, the Orgs, some shit like that. Because of like the telepathic ways they speak, and then they had that like thing that they had, and that's what the Oogs had. Is that what they're called? I think they're called the Oogs. Anyways, so this is actually, I like these two episodes. I actually liked all the classic Who, no shade. I think, was I bored a couple of times? I don't think so. But this was a lot of fun. So these Sensorite things are stopping humans from leaving this area because of their planet being very useful for the humans, which seems to be like a normal thing. Like when humans discover something, we abolish it. Like, as always, look at poor Earth. Earth is over us. But yeah, so now they're trying to prevent them. So it kind of makes sense. Like, they're looking out for their planet. And they're not even really hurting anybody, I guess you can say, other than just taking over their minds. But they're feeding them in space, and they're doing what they could. Very, very non-violent, non-painful. So it was fun. It was fun. These guys just look like they look like the prehistoric Oogs, and they seem to be not that bad, but I understand them. They're tired of people invading their planet, and they don't want to deal with it anymore. So now Susan has gone. So you know, Susan didn't yell not once in these two episodes. I was waiting for her to scream when she was scared, but she didn't do it. And she was scared. I wonder if like she's doing a different approach now to the show and just like being calm, cool, and collected like Barbara. Like Barbara gets scared, but even Barbara doesn't really scream that much. Like Barbara's in the beginning of this season, Barbara, both of them kind of screamed, and I wonder if like somebody like pulled them in the office and was like, listen, all the yelling, let's lower that down a little bit. Let's take that down a notch. I'm kind of curious on that, but in these 2 episodes, it was just pretty much calm. Ian was really funny. I thought Ian was funny, and I thought that other guy whose brain was being wiped was hysterical. Did you see that little teeny thing that was the size of this, that they were trying to open up that big ass door, and it had a small indent? And just the reaction of Ian, like when the guy was like, "Oh, just a little bit longer," and like no, you have a lot longer. We only had 24 minutes each episode, so I'm gonna need you to figure out another way. And then when he went back and was like, "Oh, I have to like keep going" or some shit like that, I could not hold in my laughter. That shit was so funny. I was looking for bloopers in this because that's what I do. I feel like sometimes, a lot of times in this season, it happens where one actor is reading a line and then the other one talks over that actor, or like if the actor I feel in this go back and like if you guys have the full version, go back and listen to the episode and you can see certain parts where one of the other actors was talking and the doctor talked right over them. And I don't know why I find it so fascinating to like look for these certain things, because this is like back in the day during filming and acting, and it's just so much different than we're all used to now. Because even when you film, there's retake after retake after retake after retake. Although when we saw whatever it was that gave us like the background history of this season of William Hartnell, it did show that they did a lot of retakes anyways, but you guys did let me know that it cost like, maybe it was really expensive, the tape, and that's why they went over it and like we lost a lot of episodes. But it seems like they got to a certain point where they're like, listen, we got one take and one take only to do this, and if you F up, you F up. Was this live too? This wasn't live. No, it wasn't live. Because if it was live, then they wouldn't need to film it. No, they do. Well, they would. I don't know. I don't really know how that whole thing works. I don't know how live TV works. But I think no, it wasn't live. It wasn't live. Was it live? No, it wasn't live. This was back in 19 whatever. Was it live? I don't think it was live. Anyways, I just had a whole conversation by myself. I hope you guys didn't mind. Break! So let's get back into this reaction. So this was everything. I actually really did like it. The doctor seemed to be, for me, he seemed to stand out a lot more in these 2 episodes than what he has previously done, because you guys know how I felt. I felt like Barbara and Ian were like the main people in this show so far, although it is Doctor Who. And this one, although they both Ian and Barbara did their big ones, I felt like the Doctor stood out a lot. Also, to tell you the truth, Susan seems to be more of a sideline character to Barbara and Ian, no shade. And that's probably why she was effing over it. I don't know how many seasons Barbara was in this show. I don't really remember how many seasons William Hartnell played the Doctor, which I will discover. Shh, no spoilers. But yeah, I'm curious. I'm actually, to tell you the truth, I'm curious to see the first time that the Doctor and these companions and all that, everything changes. I don't know why. I'm like that. I'm enjoying these stories, but I'm beyond curious to see it in Classic Who, because when I saw it the first time with the first Doctor, was he the Ninth Doctor? The one who played for one series. When I saw that happen in 2005. I was crying. I didn't know what was going on, actually. And I was bawling my eyes out. And I'm curious to see how it is here. I know it was different. I'm just curious. And I'm curious to see, like, the other Doctors at this point. I don't know. Regardless, I'm here to enjoy William. Shout out to William. Shout out to the crew. I love this episode, and I really can't wait for us to continue. I know, by the way, thank you to... Damn it, I had your username up, and then I exited out by accident. But there is a subscriber. thank you to all the subscribers and everybody who comments. But there's one subscriber that has really helped me out. Still has a lot of y'all. I'm just pointing out this one person. But it's one person, Geek. Is it Geek? Give me a second. I do not. I want to know what his name is on here. No shit. Oh, I had it up. Game Geek 812. Shout out to you. Definitely helps me out knowing what's coming next, what episodes are happening, this, that, and the third. There was a point of me saying this, but child, I've been up since 11:30 and working at 12. And I know I had a point of me actually mentioning your name, besides saying thank you for helping me. Oh, that's what it was. Here you wrote, okay, well, normally, thank you, Game Geek 812, because you generally do help me out and say it, or like what I need to know. But the person who actually wrote it, and I was actually addressing, was Stuart Cox 1969. Heidi ho, Winslow! You said the next story is the Sensorites, right? And it has 6 parts. And the final story of the season is Reign of Terror. Just so you know, I don't have Reign of Terror on my thing. And it doesn't even let me know. I think I did this. I think I have the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have the Sensorite as the final season. The final of season 1. And then I'm going to season 2. So I don't know what I'm missing. Clearly the Reign of Terror. Wait. The Reign of Terror? I thought I did the Reign of Terror. No shade. I thought I did the Reign of Terror. Didn't I do the... What was the Reign of Terror? 1 second, y'all. You see, this is what happens when I want to know something. The Reign of Terror. No, I didn't see Reign of Terror. You're right. I don't know what this is. I'm not reading nothing. I just wanted to see one picture only. And no, I did not see Reign of Terror. That's interesting, but I don't see Reign of Terror here, so that's gonna be very interesting to figure out why I don't have it. If I find it, then we'll get into that part. If I don't find it, I guess I'll get into season 2. No shade. I'm just letting you know. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you to all the subscribers, the channel members, and the Patreon members. Love you all the way down, and I'll see you guys next time with more classic. Oh.